We're live. Not only are we live, but we're live at a very, very special venue. We're live for Currentcy at the Noise Nest here in Los Angeles, more specific, in Hollywood. We're right down the street from our office, our Find Your Grind office, up in Sunset and Gower area. We went 7 blocks down to a brand new building that we just finished building, called the Noise Nest, which is a recording studio. It is a creative shop. We have a lot of musicians and producers and artists that come through the space. We've been building it for the past 3.5 years. It felt like 8 years. And it's a pretty sick building. So we wanted to try and do one of our Currentcy episodes down here to see what the vibe was like. You know, I mean, it's different. I mean, this building is everything that I would have hoped for.
It's amazing. Sure. It's an amazing building.
It's everything that I would have hoped for. You guys got to check it out. It's www.thenoisenest.com. You guys will definitely love scoping this place out. It's pretty cool.
What do we got? Beautiful.
I hope that
we were gonna record in one of the rooms, but there are like mirrors and weirdness, so we're just out here. We're kind of in it's like the lounge room / kitchen / back door.
Yep. It is. It's the one little lounge that we created outside because this building was tricky with how we wanted to position the front entrance and this whole thing. But needless to say, I hope all we're talking about today is ice hockey because it's back and that's all I care about.
Preseason for the NHL starts today.
Let's go. Preseason.
Let's go.
really?
Preseason game
today.
1. Preseason games kick off today.
It really brings a warmth to my heart.
Yep. Bruins play the Devils. Blues play the Stars. Panthers play the Predators.
Can you believe that the St. Louis Blues won the Stanley Cup?
Is that weird?
This year? It's just like weird to say.
Blew my mind. I was like, so mind blowing.
Did you say blew my mind?
Blew my mind.
Stop.
Blew my mind. You know what else blew my mind?
What?
You know what else blew my mind?
What's that?
About the Stanley Cup. The Stanley Cup got engraved yesterday. So the engraving went in today.
Okay.
For the St. Louis Blue Jays. Blue Pumpkins.
Now we're mixing Halloween and blues and the
Mitchell Marner agreed to a 6-year, $65.3 million contract with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
6 years?
6 years.
Oh my God, that contract's hefty. Dude.
Averaging $10.9 million a year.
That's amazing.
Is that the biggest deal ever done?
He looks like he's about 15 years old.
He dropped he went after the Maple Leafs.
That's amazing, man.
That was the only place he was going.
Yeah, I haven't heard of this kid, to be honest.
You don't even know who he is?
No, don't even know. This is all new for me. I should know, but I don't.
That's the only news I got.
Oh, shoot. We're screwed. We are screwed. So what is the deal here?
So we got 60. So Mitchell Marner agreed to $65.3 million over 3 years. It's great to be over with. I'm happy to be here. Marner said Saturday. I'm excited to be a part of this team. Obviously, seeing this roster and everything that happened in the summertime, it looks like a great team. Hopefully, I can contribute with all that help out. Toronto held its first on-ice practice training Friday. Marner, who was restricted because he hadn't signed yet as a free agent, had said he would not attend the camp without a contract.
Rightfully so. $63 million contract is intense.
You're not going to hit the ice until it's signed.
Woo, that's hefty, man. Corey Perry from the Anaheim Ducks used to be had these hefty contracts. Back in 2006, 2007 when he was joining the team. And he got hurt. It was weird because Corey Perry was the legend on the Anaheim Ducks. And now he got traded to the Dallas Stars. They gave him a $1.3 million contract in Dallas. And because he's hurt and he's had an injury this year or whatever, but he's 37 years old also. And it makes me think, I was like, shoot, when I was watching him, he was in his young 20s and
looked
killing
young.
it. And now it's he's 37. He was the star player in the Ducks last year. And 2 years before, won a cup with them, and now he got a $1.3 million contract with the Stars, and he's gone. And it's wait, is he done?
Pretty much. I mean, 37 he had a good run.
It's old. He had a good run.
Most people don't get into that run. I know. But it's crazy now that you're seeing it's coming to ice hockey. Basketball players have been getting ludicrous deals for a long time. Major League Baseball players have been getting ludicrous deals now for a long time.
Yeah.
Now it's in football. It's just starting to come in where it's not just the one star quarterback player and one. Now all these type of deals are starting to happen, and now it looks like it's trickling into ice hockey, and that's capitalism at its best.
Yes.
Capitalism at its best.
Yeah, 100% it is.
You know what I mean? It's soccer players worldwide have been getting these contracts for a long time.
NHL is one of the most least watched sports still today, though, unfortunately. We need to get a younger demographic of people coming up to be interested in hockey is what my opinion
Right, you got to be
is.
careful because you look at something like NASCAR who's struggling to get the new fan now, and they have really struggled to get the new fan, and you don't want that in ice hockey. You need young kids to be playing and want to play ice hockey, and you need to redo the Ducks movie for the kids because that worked for me. I'm still Goldberg,
dude. I will redo that movie in a heartbeat.
I'm still Goldberg.
You are Goldberg, dude. What am I? I'm like Charlie Conway or
Just
something.
get a Sheen in there and you're good to go. That movie, everyone wants to be a part of
the best, dude. It's the best.
First week of NFL went down. We got a lot to talk about. We're gonna breeze over it real quick. Ben Roethlisberger out of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yep.
Gone.
Unbelievable.
And at someone at his age, he too, it may be hard to come back. So Pittsburgh, maybe they have to look for...
Can I say Drew Brees out for 6 weeks with a stubbed thumb?
Yeah, and I actually...
Gone.
Thor saw. It was bad because he got wenched off against the Rams, and we were excited to see that kind of game, and they brought on this poor guy. Drew Brees had not missed a game since 2015. So they brought on their secondary quarterback who's like, not ready. I was gonna play today.
Is this gonna decrease the ratings of watching these games of the NFL?
Saints?
Do you think? Yeah, or just football, like Saints. You got like the Steelers now without their quarter. Like imagine now
certain players, but not certain teams because you've got other things going on right now. Antonio Brown played his first game with the Patriots.
Yeah,
the Patriots beat the Dolphins 43-zip.
So is everyone on the Dolphins now wanting to get traded immediately off the team?
Well, they've lost both games by a margin of their loss record is over 100 right now. Antonio Brown has had more accusers come out about these rape allegations.
More people now?
So it's at last I checked it was there's two now.
Can I now go on record and say that I'm tired of this Me Too movement shit? I'm sick of it, and I'm sorry. I'll go out and say this is my stance on it, man. I feel like now that everyone has a voice, the nitpickier people that now have a voice are causing, I don't know, it's like this string of attention grabbers, money grabbers that are honing in on this time to go after people, you know? And I don't know Antonio Brown. I mean, hopefully the guy didn't rape anyone. Of course, we don't want anyone to be raped, but still, I'm sick of people coming out and using this time frame of this Me Too thing.
That first allegation came out against him the day that he was announced to sign with the Patriots. That's when the first one came out.
Exactly.
That same day.
It's like, okay, so ironically, the timing of this, when he got his huge contract and re-signed with another team, you have these women that are now coming out starving for attention, starving for money. It's just negative and nasty, and I disagree with the movement. I disagree when people use this as an excuse to come up in their lives through people who are actually doing genuine work and have worked hard to be in the positions that they are.
Yep.
It's not only friends of mine, that are in the music industry or entertainment industry that have literally lost their entire careers because of this and because of this time we live in now. And I just disagree with it, man. I think that it's a sad, selfish time.
Yep.
So hopefully it changes soon.
I hope so too, and I think that in the time of the Me Too, I would like to think most of the people that deserve to get called out got called out.
Totally.
And then I think it trickled down to people that went on bad dates and then they lost jobs. So that's
sure.
unfair to those people. That person just happens to that person's kind of a dick, but not just, that person's kind of a dick or is a dick to, no, that person raped that person and this and that. You don't deserve the same treatment. Totally. And I think that it trickled down to people that just to anybody's that had necessarily not done anything wrong. Yeah, maybe their human nature isn't the best or they're rude or they're up themselves or whatnot. That doesn't mean that you have raped somebody or done something and people losing their jobs for it. And
their lives.
And it got to that point where it's like to be proven you're innocent until proven guilty, whereas these people were just called out and then guilty. No backing up, no facts, no nothing.
100%. Which, by the way, I support the Patriots in the sense of them playing him in this game.
And he got a touchdown.
That's good. Yeah,
he did get a touchdown with Tom Brady, so he finally caught Tom Brady's balls.
Yeah, at least have some balls and stand up for people. I don't know, like in a different way that's not always so like, oh, he must have done it because Billy Bob Joe came and said that he raped her. Like, enough's enough, you know?
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes, man, like, this guy has started season 2 off better than season 1.
Is that the dude on
The Chiefs.
the Chiefs?
And
He's running his ass off.
he shut the Raiders down in the first 15 minutes and like has like started. He's getting records and records and records and records of like touchdowns and yards thrown. And this is only second season in the NFL. I think we're at a safe time to say with like Jared Goff, Mahomes, and like these like people that they're the new breed is coming through. And unfortunately for the Russellbergers and then the Drew Breeses, and you're getting hurt in a time now when you're old, it's tough to come back. And these clubs and they need to look to the new kids coming up. They need to look at who's their new star franchise player, how are they going to build around it.
Sure.
Because these guys up and coming are young and hungry, and it's exciting to watch. So after the first couple of weeks, Patriots have won their first 2 games. The Rams, who finished runner-up in the Super Bowl, have won their first 2 games. A lot of people say that, if you get runner-up in the Super Bowl, you have a bad year the next year. A lot of people have been saying that. I think the Rams have similar players. I think they're built on their organization. I think McVay is a beast. He's in Goff's helmet, and I think they're just a strong organization. So I don't think anything else is going there. But with Mahomes and the Chiefs...
That's amazing. We want to get McVay on Find Your Grind. Somebody hook that up.
Yeah, that's what we do want big time.
Let's get him over here.
Big time. All right, so we're going to get into it. Saudi Arabia had a huge attack on Saturday night. The attacks in Saudi Arabia...
that was insane. Did this drone strike from Iran, right?
Yeah, well, nobody's put their hand up and say, we did it.
Yeah.
America are now news and our press has said they know who it is, and Iran has had their fingers pointed at. The loss of 5.7 billion barrels of the Saudi Arabia crude production represents the largest such disruption on record, according to figures from the Paris-based International Energy Agency. Today, oil prices crashed, or not crashed, but
they
all
went
over
up
the world.
dramatically. I'm looking forward to filling up my gas tank after this. And
so my car went over $100 today.
It's going to be like $8.50 for a gallon of
so,
Trader Joe's.
Oil prices after Saudi drone attack causes biggest disruption ever as it happened. So we're now going to go into...
so can I take a step back? What happened? What the hell happened?
All right. So
what is this?
They attacked the field that they got attacked on. It was like 2 plants. It's like one of the biggest oil plants in the world, and there's barrels.
Yep.
Like millions of barrels
of oil. So they
of
dropped bombs on it?
So 2 of them were airstruck out. So 2 of these fields have now been... 2 of these fields got basically airstrike, bomb, like dropped like missiles on them, exploded with them. So now they're basically on fire. They're putting these things out, these barrels now. Like these 2 fields kind of won't be up and running for another like 2 weeks or something, which is the biggest oil disruption in...
But wouldn't it explode like the biggest explosion on the planet?
Yeah,
or is it just a refinery, like a machinery that they blew up?
No. It was a huge explosion.
It must have been a gigantic... Is there footage of that explosion anywhere that we can see?
Not that we've seen. We've seen pictures of it. We've seen pictures of it burning from a distance.
That must have been insane. Why, were people working there? Like, that died?
People died, yeah. People did die.
That's crazy.
So a few things I wanted to go over, talking about...
It must have... So it was Iran. Now they're saying it. And Iran is now threatening, I think, the United States. So Uncle Donnie... I feel like we mention Uncle Donnie in every podcast.
We do mention him every podcast. we do mention him in every podcast.
We do, don't we? Why is that?
Do.
Why is that his name comes up every time in a podcast?
Around the world, over 34 billion barrels of oil are used every year. At this rate, the consumption of how much oil do we have left? The organization Per Petroleum Exporting Countries reports that there are 1.5 trillion barrels of crude oil reserve left in the world, which would get us to 2050 or something, 2055. But now they say that we have enough reserves that will last 2 times that.
So United States is the biggest producer of oil now on the planet. So that is a little fun fact as well to understand and know. It's not just Saudi. We're the biggest producers of oil.
Right. So there's been some other facts. At the early oil market report forecast average demand of the year more than 93 million barrels of oil and liquid per day worldwide. That works out that more than 34 billion barrels a year get consumed.
That's insanity. 34 billion.
Right?
Crazy stuff, dude. Saudi Arabia is just, they must be just pissed right now. They're a pissed off place that I don't want to be. Weren't you supposed to fly over there recently?
I had I
Should we still send you over there?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Dude.
Come on, dude.
Up.
We'll dress you up.
They've got the F1 in 2021, and the country is booming, but there are people after them, and this is going to heat it up a lot more, too.
It's insane.
This is going to heat it up a lot more. Uncle Donnie has been attacking somebody of late. Obama has a Netflix special, and Donald Trump lashes out at Democrat security by for letting this happen, for the fact that Obama has his own Netflix special.
Why is that a bad thing that Obama has his own Netflix special?
I just think...
Why is Uncle Donnie mad? I mean, he's finding ways to insert himself into the thing. I get it.
Right. But something,
I get it.
Yeah, right. Something else a little bigger than Uncle Donnie lashing out happened with Netflix today.
Okay.
Netflix acquired Seinfeld. So it's 180
Really?
episodes.
How do they spend that much money?
The transaction has yet to be disclosed, but Netflix paid far more than the $500 million that NBC Universal paid for The Office. So we're saying that the number is way more than that. And 2021...
Is it safe to say that they might have spent $1 billion on Seinfeld?
It's safe to say they may have spent $1 billion on Seinfeld. Because we've been talking about this with Disney Plus, with Hulu and everything launching, and Friends got sold to Warner Media, and then NBC picked up The Office, and Seinfeld had been lingering. And we know that there had been a deal with Hulu. That deal ends at the end of this year. We know that Jerry Seinfeld has his cars and Jerry Coffee or whatever.
Does that mean that Larry David can finally take us golfing?
Maybe.
I hope so.
Maybe.
You know?
Maybe.
So that's crazy. I mean, that many people love Seinfeld to be on Netflix, keeping their subscription.
That's it,
to
right?
Watch that show. I mean, to me, I've never.
Well, it's
never crossed my mind to watch Seinfeld.
The Office, Friends, they've all had these surges, and young kids today are watching them. They've become culturally pop relevant again for some reason.
Yeah.
And they've kind of regurgitated.
It's crazy.
They're making more money on those shows now than they did when they made it in the 90s.
What's funny? Feldy was saying the other day that his little kids are obsessed with watching Friends, and his little kids are 11 years old.
Yeah. No. So it's
11 years old, obsessed with it, and I'm like, wait a second, but. They love it. They're going back to this older stuff. And I'm just like, are you kidding me?
Crazy,
it was just wild to hear that.
Well, I like it because then that part of time that is the world we grew up in is being remembered, and kids are understanding that there was a world before phones, because nobody was carrying phones. There was no social media. There are all these different things that show a good time that we lived in a good time or a better time.
What was your favorite show when you were 11 years old, Dingo?
The Simpsons.
All right. You want to know what mine was?
Probably 90210.
The Rugrats. Hands down, dude. You're a Simpsons
look like
guy?
the Rugrat.
I'm a Rugrat, dude. And you're the Simpsons. Favorite character on The Simpsons?
Ooh,
Marge?
Homer.
What about Marge?
No. We gotta beat that.
Oh my God, let it go, Austin. Come on. Can we have some fun on this podcast?
One thing I wanted to bring up to you, are you aware of this Popeyes chicken saga? That Popeyes chicken have been out of chicken sandwiches now for months and months and months, and that Popeyes chicken advertised if you brought your own bun, they would sell you the chicken to put in your chicken sandwich. BYOB, bring your own bun to Popeyes chicken.
I don't want to hear this shit anymore.
Popeyes chicken, there's been
I'm so sick of all this shit.
There's been a thing over this summer, and there's been this crazy
chicken
sandwich
that is
craze.
So crusty. That's the crustiest news
and
I've ever heard.
Popeyes chicken's been leading. Popeyes chicken's been leading. Even McDonald's sandwich launched a chicken sandwich, and it was a huge disappointment. But Popeyes chicken is still, if you go to get a Popeyes chicken sandwich at 10:30 in the morning, they are fully sold out. Signs sold out of chicken sandwiches.
Doors closed, windows
closed,
done.
We're done.
Chicken's out. You want to know what I say? Based upon the chicken sandwich I had at lunch from Chick-fil-A, today was amazing.
But Chick-fil-A were in it too. Like people,
Good.
But Popeyes won. They said that's right. Popeyes is allowing guests to bring their own buns, order 3-piece tenders, and make their own chicken sandwich.
Austin's lighting up right now. Would you do that, Austin? Yeah. You'd bring in your own buns for sure. He'd toast his own buns and bring it in there. That's what he said. I am officially out of this podcast. I will see you guys later.
One other thing I wanted to go over today, GM is on a strike right now with over more than 40,000. It's 46,000 employees at GM are on strike. GM right now, as of today, will lose $100 million a day by the strike the 46,000 workers are going on. The strike that they're basically saying is, listen, you guys at GM have been making a profit for a very long time off the hard work and of, the employees' backs, sweat, tears, everything gone into it. They want a pay raise. That's basically all they're saying. And now GM is at a huge loss every single day right now until they resolve this situation. Basically every single employee has walked out of all their factories everywhere in America, and they're striking.
But why?
Because they want a pay raise. They want to be treated better.
Right.
They want more money.
And so why isn't GM giving him that?
Well, as of today, that hasn't been resolved. GM thinks that this may take some time, and so do the employees. But until they get it resolved, GM is out of pocket $100 million a day.
$100 million a day. That's insanity. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, the auto interest analysts estimate that the walkout, which began Monday, involves roughly 46,000 full-time workers, more than 30 factories across 10 states, could dent GM's profit by between 50 million and 100 million daily.
These are the type of things that I guess add up and lead into recession type of conversations.
Right.
Yep. That affect the economy on these type of larger scales with these huge businesses like that. That's crazy, man. Hopefully they figure it out.
All right. And then the last thing I have here is the Real ID. I don't know, their TSA's been cracking down now, and this also goes into gun laws and whatnot. There's the Real IDs where you have to be super accredited. You've got to go back into the DMV and redo it. So TSA, it's now officially starting October 2020. And if you haven't got your new state ID redone and re-signed for, that TSA can allow you not to fly as early as October 2020. This rule's been pushed back.
Dang, that's the worst, because now the IDs are basically flipped, right? So they're vertical. So they're horizontal now, but the new IDs are vertical. Austin's right now is a vertical.
That's because he's underage.
Oh, it's because he's underage.
So his is vertical, so they know.
Oh, I thought it was all going to be
this way. But ours basically, mine says limited editions may apply or something on the corner. I don't have the bear, which means when this goes into effect, if I haven't got a new ID, I'd need my passport to travel or something because my ID's not.
Can you use your passport?
Yes, you can use your passport. Okay. Just for driver's license and state ID cards, you need to go.
That's crazy.
I mean, for us to go to the DMV here, you need to block out a whole day.
Yeah.
I use AAA, and for anything else I need to do DMV, they just do it.
But why are they doing that? I wonder.
To crack down on security. So now to be a gun owner,
to make people go get it so that they're verified as humans.
Yeah, even now you need that ID starting then to buy certain guns and whatever else. They're just cracking down on the people, but trying to limit the. It's like when we fly. It's like when
I get it. I'm all about it. If it makes flying safer and whatever, I understand. You know what's even crazier is that Ticketmaster now, there's all these revolts around people being super upset that they are allowing face recognition to enter festivals. Right. So Ticketmaster now is allowing face ID instead of your ticket to get into concerts. And now all these acts are revolting against that, saying hey man, that's not the way to do this, because a lot of people are going to get caught from that's the way police find their way into these shows and actually catch people. And they're we don't want these shows to be about I
never thought of that.
People, getting sent out of the country and all this stuff because of this face recognition stuff that Ticketmaster is now allowing. But that just rang a bell because I read that the other day. It's pretty crazy.
Well, that's what's happening. And I think that's about it. Apple has launched their credit card device. So they have a credit card now that gets 3% on all your Apple products.
What's your thought on that, man? I mean, this iPhone 11 thing, you've been seeing all the memes of people who are scared because of the 3 cameras. It causes it's an actual internal disorder. When you see things in 3s,
right,
it freaks people out some ways, and people are saying it's too many cameras in their face, so
right,
they get really weird about if you have your cameras out. It's an actual disorder that people have
Weird.
that Apple didn't know when they released this. So there's thousands of people now going like, there's no way we're going to touch this phone because I have Tricom Media for whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's like this thing, like it was like headline Twitter news that they designed this like weird iPhone that people are now really freaked out about. But needless to say, I put my pre-order in 2 days ago.
For the credit card.
No, not for the credit card, for the new iPhone.
Oh, yeah.
And then I looked at the credit card too, and I'm kind of trying to figure it out. I'm like, do I really want to go that deep into Apple right now, where I'm going to get the card and the name on the card, and you know what I'm saying? I got my phone, I got my fucking laptop, I
I did the same thing. I haven't done anything, but I doubt I'm going to do it. I'll get the new phone eventually, but I need a new phone.
It's like, yeah, I'm full Apple. I'm
Yeah.
Apple. I'm
It's
not
weird
Visa.
Because then you look at it, you're like, all right, so I've got like Amex for traveling. I've got like fucking my Apple thing for all my Apple products.
Yeah,
It's like you've got a credit card for every use of the day or every product or something. I don't know. It's like, it's too confusing. At the end of the day, they're all eating your money. So
Yep, it's true.
Pick your poison.
Pick your poison, man.
They do look cool though.
They do look very cool. That's the one upside that Apple has always done. Look very cool.
That's it, man. I kind of try and keep it short and sweet.
I like
I
it.
don't even know when we started.
I like it very much. I'm happy we did an episode down here. We tested it out. We got Armin Lopez here, man.
There he is.
He's
Shout out
a
to
man who's
Armin.
run this entire Noise Nest facility for the past, how long has it been, Armin? 7 years at this point.
Wow.
And is just a legend. Anything you want to say to the people, Armin?
Hey.
Oh, there he is, the man himself. What else do we got to drop? Anything new with Find Your Grind? We always have new stuff with Find Your Grind. We got festivals coming up to finish this fall. We have new curriculum, new website that just launched. We're always busy with that. We're building out our education team even more. There's exciting momentum happening there with Find Your Grind. God, what else? Big Noise, my record label.
Yep.
We just had a single come out with Made in Tokyo
Boom.
on Friday. Got to go stream the new single. He just got off tour with Billie Eilish, like in Russia. It was
Sick.
out of control.
Sick.
I don't know.
That's it.
That's
Short
that's
and
it.
sweet.
Short and sweet, baby.
Short and sweet.
All right, that's the way I like it.